Hello, mathematicians. Today we're going to talk about column addition. Column addition, stacked addition. There are different ways that we describe this form of addition, but basically what it means is we have one number added to another number, and they're kind of like one's on top of the other. And, just so we're clear on what columns are, columns, I always tell my students that the columns go up and down and the rows go side to side. So when we think of columns, we're really thinking of up and down. And when we look back over here at our example, the reason we think of this as a column is imagine these like lines, just making them dotted lines. I encourage students to either put draw the lines in when they're doing this work, or use grid paper, and then they can write the numbers in boxes, because it's really easy to make mistakes if you don't line numbers up, really exactly. So let's begin. All right, the very first step with column addition is we are going to add up the numbers in each column, starting at the right. So what is 5 plus 6? 5 plus 6, put it on the side here, 5 plus 6 is 11. But now we have an issue. We can't put 11 below the 6 and the 5. We can only put one number. We could only put one number underneath each column of numbers, all right? So to make that clear, let me put these lines here so that it's clear that there's only one number that's going to go underneath each column of numbers, unless you're at the leftmost column, and that's the only place where you can have more than one digit, I should say. All right, so we might have one digit, we might have two digits, we might have more, who knows? Let me make that a little bit more clear. All right, so we started off with 5 plus 6 equals 11. Now here's what you're going to do. You are going to take the number in the ones place, which is the number that's the rightmost, the farthest right, the number in the ones place, and you are going to put it underneath the 5 plus 6 column. You're going to take that one and put it there. But then what do you do with this other one? Well, you're going to take that one and bring it over, carry it over, and put it right above the 7. And now what we're going to do is we are going to add up all these numbers, this whole column. And what do we get? Well, let's see. So we do 7 plus 3 plus 1. 7 plus 3 plus 1. And that is going to also equal 11. Hopefully you guys can see that. And we do the, oops, let me make that clear. That equals 11. And we do the same thing. We're going to take the 1 from the 11, the ones, the farthest right digit number in the ones place. We're going to put that 1 over here. And then we're going to take this one and carry it to the next spot over to the left. Now, I tell some kids that if they want to put a little plus there, they can. You don't need to. Do what works for you. But I notice that some kids forget that it's addition, that we're just adding up all the numbers in the column together. So let's do it. What is 4 plus 2 plus 1? 4 plus 2 is 6, and then 6 plus 1 is 7. So we just put the 7 right here. Oops, I just realized that they're all different colors. So the answer is 711. And to make that really clear, let's just say, let's write it like this. 476 plus 235 equals 711. What do you say we do? Well, all right, I guess I'll now share my little rhyme with you about column addition. And I often find that rhymes can help us remember the order in which to do things. Now, maybe you already know the order really, really well, and you do not need to learn a song or a rhyme to remember, but for a lot of people, learning a rhyme or song really helps. So let me start by sharing what this song is, or this rhyme rather. When you do column addition, you start at, oops, that's a typo. You start at the right. Add up the numbers, but there's more, so sit tight. When you add the columns numbers, what did you get? If it's more than one digit, carry to the left. But what do you carry? Let me tell you what to do. Before the ones, those numbers, that's what you move. Was that fun? All right, now you're probably saying, okay, I'm still not sure what the order is, so let's do some examples. Let's do big numbers here, okay? Let's do 986 plus 329. How about that? Okay, let's do it. Actually make this a little smaller so you can see. Okay. So first step, when you do column addition, you start at the right. That means the rightmost column. So what is 6 plus 9? 6 plus 9 is 15. Let me put that in another color. All right. When you do column addition, you start at the right. Add up those numbers, but there's more, so sit tight. When you add the columns numbers, what did you get? If it's more than one digit, carry to the left. But what do you carry? Let me tell you what to do before the ones, those numbers. Do a different color. Before the ones, those numbers, that's what you move. So we're going to move the one because it is before the ones place, so we move the 1 over here. 6 plus 9, we keep the 5 over here. Now we're going to do the same thing. When you do column addition, you start at the right. Add up those numbers, but there's more, so sit tight. When you add the columns numbers, now we just keep going. When you add the columns numbers, what did you get? Let's see, what did we get? We got 8 plus 2, which is 10, plus 1, so that equals 11. When you add the columns numbers, what did you get? If it's more than one digit, carry to the left. Oops. Oh, I'm having a tough time writing. So we put 1 here, and we're going to carry 1 to the left. And now we're going to look at this column. And we're going to add 9 plus 3 plus 1. What is 9 plus 3? That's 12 plus, oopsies, plus 1. That's 13. And now, here's what's cool, is because you're in the leftmost column, there's nothing here, there are no numbers there. What you get to do is just write 1 and 3 next to each other. You can keep those numbers. So I guess the song or the rhyme doesn't really include what you do when you get to the leftmost column. Maybe I'll think of, maybe I'll add to this rhyme, or if you have an idea, I would love to hear your thoughts. I love how creative students can be and young kids can be. I actually find them to be more creative than grown-ups. Well, anyway, here's our answer. 1,315. So, thought of another way is 986 plus 329 equals 1,315. Are we having fun yet? Are we having fun yet? Let's do one last example. Let's use the color blue. Let's do 5,678. Ooh, that's a big number. Plus 4,891. Okay, we can do it. All right, let me start with my rhyme. When you do column addition, you start at the right. add up those numbers, but there's more, so sit tight. When you add the columns numbers, what did you get? If it's more than one digit, carry to the left. Well, we don't need to do that because it's just one digit. But what do you carry? Let me tell you what to do before those numbers. That's what you move. Well, we don't need to move anything. We just go on to the next column and repeat the concept. 7 plus 9 is 16. So when you have 16, you're going to keep the 6 here. Actually, let me get rid of this yellow. Going to keep the 6 here and carry the 1. And now we're going to add up all these numbers. 6 plus 1 is 7. And then 7 plus 8, that's 15. Oops, I keep mixing up my colors. That's 15. Carry the 1. Because 15, those numbers to the left, that's what you move. So we carry the 1 here. 5 plus 4, that's 9, plus 1, that's 10. Double-digit number, we get to keep it as a double digit because we're at the leftmost column. I should definitely add something to that rhyme to account for that leftmost column. So that's it, guys. Just a fun little song here, or a rhyme, I should say. I guess you could make it song-like to help you remember column addition or stacked addition, or when the numbers are, on top of each other. And don't forget, if you are presented with an addition problem that looks like this, you can always turn it into column addition and solve it the way that we talked about by just writing it out, one on top of another. I always put the larger number on top. And sometimes kids forget that they need to include that number and add it. So sometimes I have my kids just put almost like an invisible 0 there so that they know, oopsies, so that they know to add that. Should we do it real quick? Should we just add this up real quick? Let's do it. 9 plus 3 is 12, carry the 1. 8 plus 2 is 10. 10 plus 1 over here, that's 11. Carry the 1. 6 plus 4 is 10, plus 1 is 11. Carry the 1. 3 plus 0 is 3. But we carry the 1, 3 plus 1 is 4. Our answer is 4,112. And on that note, I'll see you next time, mathematicians.